Guy brought over an Evel Knieval. Wanted some work done to it. He didn't bring the back glass with him. I told him didn't need that. It was probably safer to travel if he just left it. It already had the LEDs in the GI circuit and a couple LEDs. I guess one there and a couple here. The rest of it is incandescence. So he had some kind of complaints about a few things. The flippers were broken, the flipper bats. It did have original Bally bats. He didn't care what we used. Didn't want to wait, so I used some William Stern style bats. Silicone bands. Replaced rubbers that were bad. Most of the rubbers were pretty good. It just had some oddly snapped ones in spots that kind of maybe were just bad or overstretched when they installed them. Got those taken care of. I got a new ball in it. Put a foam backer here. This target takes a lot of abuse, and we don't want that thing to snap up against its backer, so I've got a foam backer on there. You can try putting them on some of these other ones, but the ball doesn't hit them hard enough because it's not coming from the flipper. So a lot of times if you put a foam on there, it's too thick and it takes way too much force to activate the switch. Same for down here on these switches. So I left those alone. They're not getting nearly as beat up. He had a complaint that the ball sometimes gets hung up when the drop target's in the center or down. There's that little divot where the rebound switch typically is. And the ball, if it's going slow, it can get stuck in there and just wait. And this game's too old to have a ball search. So I stuck a red target switch back there, full target. Got rid of the rebound switch, and I just use that target as a rebound. It pushes the whole thing forward just ever so slightly, so now the ball can't get back there and sit on that lip. So that's taken care of. He had another issue where the ball, oftentimes coming down this right Y lane for the cycle letter, would basically go straight down the middle. So I said, well, is it level at your house? If it's not, you obviously want to make sure it's level. But I did kind of manipulate this switch wire a little bit to favor one side, so it kind of pushes the ball to drop a little more towards the right. So that's a lot better. Did some adjustments on pop bumpers, cleaned all the switches, burnished all the switch contacts, rebuilt the flippers, got new plungers and links, new coil stops. Oh, what else? I did put some LEDs in here because he had some issues with a bunch of lamps not working. It's a Bally. It's going to have lamp issues. It's bad enough that I kind of maybe would recommend to him that put some Yopsicle LEDs in here just to get rid of the sockets altogether, or replace every one of the sockets because they're all just destroyed with that oxidation from just years of use. So that might be an option if he cares about it that much. I don't know, but I gave him some LEDs and had to use a 470 ohm resistor on them to keep them from flickering like crazy. LED here, here, and here. On the shoot again, on the double bonus, and in the special outline specials. Also, the none of the specials worked, so no matter what he did, he couldn't get a knocker to go off or anything. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it basically, he's got a Alltech MPU, and the dip switch settings, they're almost like reversed. So on and off, it's like whoever set it up had it reversed. So even though they had the game right, they had the rest of it wrong. So I had to reset all that. So now you get knockers and credits almost way too often. So he's got, if you clear the drop targets 1, 2, 3 times. If you clear those 3 times, you get a special. If you spell all the cycle letters and collect all that, you get a special. So it's got a lot of good knocker activity if you're a good player, so you should be happy with that. This display, this is a different display. I've got a good working one in here. The one he had just had 1 digit that would show up, and it was crappy, so got rid of that. This one was bugging out. It was bad solder joints, so I took care of that. Didn't have to do any connector work. All the voltages were good. Somebody had already done some connector work down here, but it's not very good. It's pretty shoddy, but I'm just going to leave it because he's not really going to fuss with it. Had one fuse that was falling apart, and he had one that was the wrong type. He had a slow blow where there should be a fast blow on one of those. So I swapped those. And just did a bunch of stuff internally. He was missing the plumb bob. I got a new plumb bob installed into it. This plumb tilt that was mounted here, I got rid of entirely, and just rigged the wires up to the side. You don't need that slam tilt switch that's on there, so I got rid of it. It's basically like this one, but it's mounted in the bottom of the cab, so that's gone. Chimes were good. Pretty much all the coils were good. Just a little of this and a little of that, just to make it play all that much better. So it played okay. It's in there. I've done a few Evel Knievals. This one was one of the better ones that I worked on. So now it works even better. You should be pretty happy. There's a ton of these out there, and a lot of times they're pretty chewed up. But it's not a bad game. It's very 1970s, so thank goodness it's not a symmetrical game. It's a little different on side to side. You got drop targets over here, and spinners are at different spots. Pop bumpers aren't just a triangle. They're kind of offset a little bit. So it's got a little bit more going on, but it's nothing crazy. It's got good artwork. Classic game, so I hope he's happy.